So, how's everybody doing today? It's a little early in the morning, but that makes no difference to me. I'm a 24-hour guy. Most people know that about me by now. But anyhow, what we're gonna try to roll into and trepidate today is a little topic that, try to cover both sides of the fence. So let's just get right into it. You know how, let's just say, a lady, she wants to, go out on the night, with her friends, what have you. Ladies' night. Oh, what a night. And, her dude, let's say, she's got a dude. So we're gonna cover the topic of, doing these things, in the sense of being in a relationship. Sorry about the bumpy roads. Today's government doesn't really fund, paved roads all that well. But anyhow, lady in a relationship, she wants to go out with her homegirls, like I said, ladies' night. Dude she's with don't really got a problem with that. In fact, he doesn't have a problem with it at all. All he's really saying is, all the ladies, y'all gonna go out tonight. Y'all probably gonna have something to drink. No big deal. How about, instead of somebody, spending X amount of dollars on the Uber or whatever, how about he just play, designated driver for the night? Really, what's the harm in that? He trying to make sure, number one, his girl is gonna be safe on the night. Two, at least, he's looking out for his homegirls. For his ladies, homegirls. Pardon me. But, he's met with a heavy resistance about it. Immediately, there's no, oh yeah, babe, that sounds like a good idea. Me and the homegirls, we can just, start getting turned up, tossing the drinks, this and that. And, it's just oh nah, we don't need no designated driver. We'll call the Uber. It's no big deal. We'll all chip in on it. Or, Stacy, she got the unlimited Uber account kind of thing, which doesn't exist. But, I should know I'm an Uber driver. But anyhow, it's a real heavy, no. Basically, you're finding a lot of words to, tell you, dude, no. We don't need no designated driver tonight. Anybody on the outside looking in is probably thinking, why? Why are you, so resistant to, your man trying to make sure, you have a good, safe, arrive alive night on the town? He ain't talking about he gonna go out and drink with y'all, socialize and party with y'all, none of that stuff. He's just talking about, nah, I'm gonna drive y'all to wherever y'all going, and make sure you guys get there safe. You guys can turn up. Don't worry about no drinking. Just go ahead and turn it up, drink, turn up some more and drink. Really, I don't see why anybody or why any girl in a relationship would have an issue with that. Personally, I don't see that. But to find all these kinds of long ways around, oh no, babe, no, we're cool tonight, and he's I don't want to say the dude is insisting upon making sure that he's gonna do that for them, but he's trying to solidify the fact that he's suggesting he does that without being told why it's being met with such resistance. He keeps saying no, it's cool, babe, I don't mind, I'll do that for y'all. And the girl is just no, she's not saying no, but she's finding the longest route to say it. So anyhow, I just want to know, like, wouldn't that just immediately draw some suspicion, or doesn't that sound some kind of suspicious to you? Like, you know, like, nah, like, why is she saying no? Or like, why is she so, you know, resistant to this? Now, personally, you know, if that ever happened to me, which it hasn't, I mean, I haven't ever come across that situation, so don't look into the tea leaves and think, oh, I'm speaking from experience. I'm actually bringing this up from different topics that I've come across, and I've actually had people bring this subject to me, so I'm, you know, trying to put it in a more widespread forum right now. So, you know, I'm just trying to come to a consensus of why in those instances that I've heard of it, which only leads me to believe personally, I'm not saying this is always the case, but why would, you know, I mean, like I said, I'm just going to assume that if she's telling her dude no, it's because she doesn't want him in the proximity of what her and her homegirls are going to be doing on, you know, the night out. So I guess that brings me to the sub question of why, like, or like, what is she going to be doing that, you know, she doesn't want her dude around, like, to see or to be around, like, you know, or is there something that she can't tell him? Like, oh, well, we're going to be going, like, to a strip club where the guys are the strippers kind of thing. Like, okay, and if he asks that and she says no, like, let's just say he has a problem with her going to a place like that. And if she says that's not where they're going, then immediately his suspicions or his fear should be put at ease a little bit. However, where else could she be going that he would have a problem with, or that she wouldn't want him to know that she's doing? You see what I'm saying? So she said that she's not going somewhere where he wouldn't like her to be. She didn't even say where they were going in general. She could just be saying, like, oh, her and the homegirls are just gonna go out, you know, maybe bar hop, have some drinks, you know, dance a little bit, you know, that's fine. Why can't he be the designated driver for that? You know, why do they have to go from Uber car to Uber car to Uber car to Uber car if they're going to be, you know, club hopping, this and that? Don't sit here and try to say, like, oh, maybe she just doesn't want him sitting in the car all night, like, waiting for them. Okay, why can't he get out and go, at least, not so much be a wallflower, but, you know, go inside the establishments and, you know, just, you know, be a fly on the wall, quote unquote. He doesn't have to drink, you know, because he's going to be the designated driver. And, you know, he can sort of just be like I guess you can say, like, that male protector, that extra eyewitness in case something pops off or whatever. You know, it could be anything. But, you know, if it's, like I said, it's just ladies' night, that's fine. But he volunteered to, you know, look out for his woman and be on her side. And she just really has been giving him the stiff arm about, no, don't worry about it. We got this for tonight. Okay, you know, fine. You don't want me to, well, not me, I'm just scoot it back. You don't want the dude to, you know, be there for you that night, fine, no big deal. However, let's just say this happens in March, okay? Fast forward to, let's call it like July, like the end of July or something, and, you know, it's summertime. Could be a ball game, you know, on the TV, you know, good, you know, rivalry game between, you know, two teams or something. And, you know, his boys call him up like, hey, we're going to meet at the bar. We're going to go catch the game or whatever. And then, you know, maybe we'll go, you know, to some other bars or something, you know, just catch some drinks, you know, the homies. You know, he says, hey, you know, tells his woman, like, hey, me and the boys, you know, we're going to go, you know, bar hop. We're going to go basically do the same stuff that whatever she was talking about either doing or not doing earlier, he's going to go do that night, you know. Let's just say she doesn't want him going to, you know, strip clubs where the girls dance, and she asks him, like, are you gonna go to those? He says no, that's not where we're gonna go. And she's offering to, like, say, like, oh, I'll be your designated driver, tell me where you're at when you get there, so, you know, if you need me to be there, I can pick you up or whatever. It's like, she didn't want him to even know what they were gonna do when her and her homegirls were gonna go out, even though he expressly said, I just want to make sure you're okay. It didn't matter where you guys go, I just want to make sure you guys are okay. Now he's gonna go out with his boys. They were just gonna go out for some drinks, watch a game, you know, kick it, talk some trash. You know, pretty much the mirror image of what her and her homegirls were gonna do. Her and her homegirls were gonna go out and dance, you know, drink some, you know, bar hop, see what the scenery is like, you know, from place to place. Now him and his homeboys are probably gonna go do the same thing, but she didn't want him to even, like, be in that proximity when it was her and her homegirls doing it. Now when him and his homeboys are going out, you know, hall pass for the night or something, not hall pass like you're thinking, but, you know, just, you know, night out with his homeboys. I mean, going out with his homeboys, what's the harm in a dude going out with his homeboys for, you know, not all night? He ain't coming home at like 5 in the morning, but I'm saying he's going out just kick it with his friends, and she wants to know where he's at. When he gets there, let her know so she can know where he's at in case anything happens. But when she was going to go out with her homegirls, it was, don't worry about driving us. We're just going to go from X place, and we don't know what place to what place to what place. She didn't even mention anything about, you know, I'll check in with you where we're at so you can know in case anything happens. It was basically, once I walk out this door, don't worry about nothing. You know, don't check up on me. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't ask me if I'm okay, or if, you know, Tanya had too much to drink and she got mouthy with, you know, some chick and they got, you know, into a fight. You know, she didn't say nothing about that. She just said, we're good. We got this. Don't worry about it. But when he's trying to go out with his friends, it's like, where you going to be at? Tell me where you're going to be at, you know, all this other stuff, you know, and she pretty much probably won't let him leave the house without some kind of, like, you know, almost literal notarized, you know, form of communique about where his whereabouts are going to be from time to time during the evening. So it's like, really, what's the difference? You know, I honestly, like, I'm bringing this, you know, topic about because I want to know, like, what's the difference? Why? And like I said, I bring this up because I've seen this, you know, a few times, like, with my own eyes, not in my own experience, you know, really. And really, if it has been, it hasn't really been, like, directly like that, but, and it certainly hasn't been for a long time, but I'm talking about, I've seen it with my own eyes a few times, and I've had this topic brought to me by several other people, and I've seen it, you know, being discussed, like, in a semi, you know, broader, more broad pattern. So it's like, why is it that when the girl goes out, it's just like, it's me and the homegirls, don't worry about it, you know, we don't need you there. Or basically she's saying, I don't want you there. You know, but when he goes out with his friends, it's like, where you gonna be at, what time you gonna be home, I can drop you off at this. I mean, pretty much might as well either want to be there with him or don't want him going at all. Whereas in the previous situation, the dude didn't even mind if his girl went out. He just, I mean, a man's gonna go for his woman. He wants to make sure she's okay. You know, I'm under the impression, now this is where my opinion gets formed, so, you know, the thoughts of me don't reflect on the person that's posting this, which actually makes no sense if you were paying attention, because I'm the person that's posting it. But anyhow, my opinion is that if a girl does go out, like it's ladies' night, and dude is like offering like to be their chauffeur for the night, maybe call it, you know, chaperone if you're feeling, you know, title Nazi'd, but I'm thinking that they just don't want their dude there because that might slight some male interaction that may be coming in their direction while they're out that night. If you see what I'm saying? Ooh, we're getting rickrolled. Sorry. You know when this song comes on, you just gotta bump to it. Gotta love the 80s station. Need a pause break anyway. Alright, so we just had to take a quick break. So anyhow, back to the topic. You know, when the ladies go out and yeah, they're dressed to the nines and, you know, on their weekend's best, and yeah, what do you think? Dudes gonna be looking at them, you know, they're gonna tiptoe across the bar and like, hey, how's the night going, bartender? Get a couple for the ladies. Yeah, that's how it goes. We all know how it goes. You know, we've all been down that road in the single life, but she ain't single. She got a dude who's at home who was willing to guide, you know, literally guide and drive her around, and her homegirls, by the way, for the night so they can arrive safely and enjoy their evening. But I'm thinking, what is it about the dude, if he would have been there, that would have been less enjoyable for her to be out and about? Like, honestly, like, what would have been the difference? Because if he's going out with his friends, fast forward, okay, then we were making March, she's going out with her friends, she said no, don't worry about it. Now fast forward to July and he's going out with his friends, and you know, she wants to know like where he's going to be checking into and all this other stuff, and he's like, no, we're just going to go out with the boys. Like, why don't you want to tell me where you guys are going? It's like, you know, she's going to automatically assume that he doesn't want her to know what he's going to be up to, which is going to draw some suspicion, but she did the same thing to him. Now, would it be fair if he told her every exact place that he was going to be and all that stuff, whereas before she didn't even want him to know like where they were going to be at, didn't want him being there, even though he was short of adamantly offering to, you know, take her and her friends everywhere they were going to go. She ain't even offering him to take him and his friends there. She just wants to know where he's going to be. And I think, you know, opinion wise, we all know why. You know, in case she has that suspicion drawn, she's going to be popping up places. So it's like, all I'm saying is that really fair? Because, you know, if he gives her the stiff arm about, nah, don't worry about it, babe, you know, I'll be home later on, don't trip, I'll be cool, don't trip, I got this. She's gonna say like, oh, why don't you want me to know? Or you just don't want to be around me tonight, like, why don't you want me there? You know, kind of thing. Like, who's gonna be there that you don't want me there for? But she didn't want him there when, you know, she was going out. So come on now. Let's keep it real, people. I think we all know what's really going on here. So if you ever come across that situation, whether being in it or seeing somebody you know who's in that situation, let's just keep it real. We all got to know what's up. You know, don't sit here. We all can't act stupid, okay? None of us are like really that stupid, okay? So, oh, hold on there. Hi.
Good morning. I know
Morning.
you didn't expect anyone to walk.
Oh no, it's fine.
We're just asking people that we find in the park. Do you know where we can find true, advice? Word slipped my mind. On how to live a happy life. What do you think?
Like, where can we find people, or?
Where can we find solid, where can we go to find the advice we need to live a happy life?
I mean, personally, I always believe in finding solace and happiness in the Lord.
In what?
In the Lord. You know, I mean, I believe in that.
Okay.
Now, I know not everybody does,
No,
but
not everybody does. So that's why it's commendable that you take the time to, read the Bible, right? The Lord?
yes,
Okay, so you have a Bible at home, right?
yes.
Oh, good. In Psalms 1, 1, and 2, do you know how to look up the scriptures?
I know how to find them. I don't
Oh,
always.
Okay, so
You
Psalms
check that.
is like in the middle of the Bible. It's
Mhm.
the biggest book in the Bible. And in the first chapter, in the first verse and the second verse, do you care to read it? You want me to read it?
yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
okay. It says, "Happy is the man who does not walk according to the advice of the wicked, and does not stand in the path of sinners, and does not sit in the seat of scoffers, but his delight is in the law of Jehovah, and he reads his law in an undertone day and night." So what advice is the Bible giving us from the scripture?
Basically, whereas as far as how when things aren't like really going our way, we can't expect to find any answers other than to turn to the Lord himself.
That's the best place to turn to, right?
Right.
And in the first sentence here, it says, "Happy is the man who does not walk according to the advice of the wicked." So it really, our association, who we associate with, really impacts us for the better or for the worse. That's why it says, "Happy is the man who does not walk according to the advice of the wicked."
Right.
So you want to be accompanied with good people, not wicked people.
Right.
And did you catch when we could read the Bible? The last sentence here? It says in an undertone. When?
Oh, day and night. There
Exactly.
you go. Right.
So whenever we have time,
Mhm.
we can read the Bible,
Oh, definitely.
which is what you do.
Right.
So good for you. My
Right.
name was Leslie, and yours?
Mateo.
Mateo?
Mateo.
Nice to meet you. I don't think I've heard that name before.
It's not the most common name, but
Like Mateo, like in Spanish, or?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matthew?
Yeah. Well, it's Mateo, but it's Matthew in
Oh,
English.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Mateo.
You too.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you. Well, that was unexpected. That's what I get for sitting in a park when I should have just drove home. But anyhow, it's fine. I'm like 2 blocks from the house. Anyhow, so in conclusion, I didn't introduce you guys, but honestly, I forgot her name already. But no problem. I'll make time for anybody if I have time. That's just who I am. Did you see me kick her away from my car, or pull a gun on her or something? No. I'll talk to anybody, pretty much about anything. So I'm doing with you fine folks right now. So anyhow, yeah. What do you guys think as far as are there two different sides to this? Like, should it be unilateral? Like, if the guy wants to take his girl out and like be like her chauffeur, should she let him, or should she just be like, no, this is ladies' night, this is our time, I want to be away from, because really that's kind of like where I'm assuming that's where that mindset is coming from. Like, I don't want to be around you tonight. I want like my release therapy, which I'm not going to say is a good or bad thing. All I'm going to say is, if that's what you want, be direct about it. Don't sit here and try to, tap dance when a simple yes or no is all it takes when somebody says like, hey, do you just like not want me around tonight? Like that could be like what the situation is. Same thing with the guy, you know, if he's going out with the homeboys, you know, because they called him up and said like, hey, you know, get dressed, you know, we're gonna go watch the game, have some drinks, and then, you know, we're gonna see what's up for the night. You know, we're gonna bar hop, whatever, you know, bar hop, go grab some food, or, you know, whatever. And, you know, he's saying he's just gonna go out with the boys, and she wants to know like where he's gonna be at, and he's like saying no, like, nah, we're cool, we don't even know where we're gonna be. Basically saying the same thing that he told her, but now she doesn't like what he's saying. So how's that gonna work out? You know, how do you say, you know, like, well, I don't want you to be where I'm gonna be at. You know, I want my release there. Like guys saying, I want my release therapy. I want my time away. So how about, you know, you just let me do that? That's gonna rub some people the wrong way. But don't we all always say honesty is the best policy? Like honesty is the best way to go. Even if it hurts somebody's feelings, you should be honest with your partner. Otherwise, like, why lie? If you're gonna lie to somebody, then why be with them? Why would you hurt somebody's, or why would you lie to try to protect somebody's feelings if that's the person you love and care for? You know, if you love and care for them, at least love them enough to be honest with them and say, I just want to go out with my homegirls and I don't want you there. Or I want to go out with my homeboys, if you're a dude, and I don't want you there, like as my woman. Now, whoever you're with is probably going to take that the wrong way if you say it like that. But, you know, like I said, honesty is the best policy, isn't it? Isn't that what we always preach? And then when it comes down to that kind of situation, all of a sudden we're going to abandon it because of what may be a double standard, or, you know, trying to equate some fairness into the process. I just feel like it should be fair, it should be unilateral, and it should be honest. I think, you know, those are very key elements to a relationship. I'm not, you know, Dr. Mateo. I don't have, you know, answers for this. You know, that's why I'm single. That's not why I'm single, but, you know, I'm just saying, I don't have all the answers, so don't take my advice. But, I mean, if you don't want to, but at the same time, it's like, I just try to bring up these topics because these are kind of things that, you know, we can address like amongst ourselves internally, or, you know, if you got some friends that you might feel like this is a relatable topic, you know, you can put it in a more broad spectrum and say, hey, what do you think about this? It's up to you. So I know I took up a lot of your guys' morning, including the interruption. So, hey, I didn't plan that. It wasn't in the script. Then again, neither was anything that I'm talking about because I'm not reading anything. Okay, it all came from my brain straight to your soul, which is exactly what the headline says on my YouTube page. So go ahead, and if you agree, disagree, whatever, like, share, subscribe. Obviously, go ahead and toss the grenade out there and see where it blows up. Let's discuss it if you feel like. I always check my replies, which there are none to any that I have on my videos. But whatever you think, let me know. And I'm always down to talk. Obviously, because I get interrupted, or maybe not interrupted. Lady was just, you know, trying to, you know, do her thing. But I'm talking to you guys, and somebody approaches me, and I'm, you know, making time for that person. But like I said, I make time to talk to people. I'm no jerk. So despite what my exes say about me, but anyhow, like I said, like, share, subscribe, and holler back at me.